This week, our heroes talk about Shane Blossom's latest conspiracy theories. We spoil reviews to movies, oops, and 93-year-old Olive gets a lifetime supply of beer. All this and more in this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. Can you guess how many times I say like in this episode? Welcome to this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. We are good for your ears. I'm Dan, and you can find me at RFS Dan.
And I'm Jess, and you can find me at Gone to the Snow Dogs and Snow Dogs Vlogs.
So, Jess, we're recording this on Tuesday, so we're smack dab in the middle of a sandwich holiday, and I'm not sure which one that we're supposed to celebrate. Is it 420? Or is it Earth Day? Tomorrow's Earth Day, but yesterday was 420, man. So,
you know, and I noticed, like, even though it was, I didn't really see anything about it anywhere yesterday. Did you notice that? There was, like, no big postings. Like, I don't know. I remember, maybe it's just me, but I remember, like, it seems like in the past, people always made a big deal about it. And now I feel like because it's legal pretty much in a lot of places, nobody makes a big deal about it anymore.
One thing I noticed when I worked at the bike shop, or even back in the day when I was a little pothead, like, I didn't really ever glorify it. I didn't want to wear it on a shirt. I didn't want, I didn't ever glorify it too much. But these kids that would come into the bike shop at 16 years old with their parents are wearing like weed socks, with the leaves on it, and they're like super about it with their flat bills hat with the big leaf on there.
Right. And
it's interesting to see, like, I think it's an age thing. I think when you're young and you do it, you're like, wow, I'm into this stuff. But you're right. I didn't see anything yesterday at all on it. Well, then again, I didn't have any power to my house yesterday. But I really didn't see them making the biggest deal of it. I really like Jenny Lewis, and she was from True Beverly Hills. She was in The Wizard. She's the singer of Rilo Kiley, one of my favorite bands that's not around no more. So I watch her go. So I did see her do like a 420, I did air quotes, like concert last night in her house. But other than that, I really didn't see like anybody. I didn't see Matthew McConaughey or Woody Harrelson or or Cheech, do anything about that. So maybe you're right. Maybe when you just make things the norm now, that it's not as, I guess, exciting, you would say, anymore.
Right, or they just got high and wandered off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. But Earth Day is tomorrow, and way to go, Mother Earth, for doing your own spring cleaning.
Right?
I don't know. Is that rude to say?
I saw a picture. That's kind of what's happening. I saw a picture today of the LA skyline, and that they showed, like, this is what has happened and how you can actually see because there's so much less smog.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because LA's stopped exhaling their marijuana outside.
Right? That could be too.
What do you think of those pictures, though? Because I've seen that all over the place. I see ducks in neighborhoods, or I see deers running around neighborhoods and places that deers go, like your town and stuff like that.
Right.
And do you think that these pictures are altered or doctored or anything, or do you think they're just legit?
I think people are noticing it more. Like, we've always had, like, deer that run around in our neighborhood, up, out in our yard and everything. So, like, I think part of it is their lives have slowed down, so they're noticing things more. But I do also think there is some truth to it, that because there's less people out moving around, it's easier for the animals to move around.
Right. And here, I'll tell you this. When I go to LA, because LA is like little under an hour from here, right? I'm in LA County, but like I'm still on the edge. So LA, imagine LA being downhill, and I kind of when I get to the top of the valley, I can see down into like Hollywood, LA area, and then as soon as you get over the hill, you see that brown layer. It's that brown foggy layer. In the morning, it's like the marine layer and stuff, but by the afternoon, you can't see the furthest.
Right.
And I did notice that the pictures that were taken, it was pretty dang clear. I also saw that people were talking about being able to see the mountains from the city, which that's me. Like I'm like on the other side of that mountain right there. So I guess maybe it is, and that's a good thing. Maybe after this, they'll be able to check and see if like this is. Obviously, clearly we're causing it, but like maybe this is the step to cleaner air.
To more people realizing that, we could do things differently.
I mean, shoot, right now they're giving away gas prices, -37 a barrel. So apparently if you and I want a barrel of gas right now, they'll give us like $40 and a barrel of gas, and then off we go.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but I know I'm mistalking, but I read this thing when gas prices were going up at the end of like the last season. Why gas prices were so high, because each season they mix additives and stuff into the gas depending on the temperature of the town that you're not the town but like the region that you're in. So they were trying to get rid of like summer gas to like make way for the winter gas, or they were running out of summer gas, so it became more expensive, but it'll go down again in price when the winter gas shows up because they already have new gas with additives in it, or I don't know how that works, but you and I can get some gas for really cheap right now.
Yeah, it was $1.29, I think.
No, are you serious? That is, it's literally 2 for $3 at McDonald's right now for double cheeseburgers. So a gallon of gas is less than a double cheeseburger right now. That is amazing. Here it was like we were inching towards the $4 a gallon, and then now I think I saw $2.89 to $2.49, depending on if you guys want to go to AM PM or not. You have AM PM out there?
No.
Oh yeah. Do you have a Circle K?
Yes, but not in our area.
What's like generic gas station? It's still a chain, but generic. Would it be kind of Circle K? You had AM PM out in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know
we
what
have
it's like generic.
Here we have Shell, BP, and Speedway are the
right. And
generic
I want to say BP, or one of them is whatever you do when you screw up and you can't get Chevron or Shell or any of the or Texaco gas anymore. You have to go with like Genero gas. So that's AM PM, and even then they were still like $2.39 or so. And I was like, wow, the cheapest I ever saw gas. Well, I mean, when I was a child, it was 90 cents a gallon when I would go with my dad to work and we'd fill up in Northridge. But as an adult, when I got gas, it was $1, maybe $1 a gallon at that AM PM at one time for like a week or two. It was like a big gas drop. And I was like, whoa, $1 a gallon. That's great.
Right. I can drive for forever.
And I get it. I haven't put gas in my car in a month. Since I went down to shoot to be a part of that movie that one day, I don't think I put gas in my car since then.
I have put gas in my car. I filled my tank, I think it was 2 weeks ago, just because it was low and it was cheap. And I'm like, I might as well fill it, even though I'm not driving, not really going anywhere. I'm like, I might as well fill it. Now I wish I would have waited.
But that's because you do things like yesterday you called me on the phone. Dan, listen to this. I'm like, whoa, are you at the super speedway? So there's where all your gas went.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It is fun. Right. And it's so much safer for you to do it than out here. Like I have cars everywhere, so I can't really do it out here. But when this is all over, the gas prices are going to have to shoot back up. Otherwise, we're all just going to cause smog in the sky. Or you know what? Let's just stop with the gas.
I mean, it'd be really cool if they kind of stayed low for a little bit after everything kind of goes away, because god dang, I could drive from here all the way to Washington and Montana and it'd be so cheap right now.
and fast. I'm pretty sure I could get down to LA in about 40 minutes right now.
Right? Yeah, the cheap gas prices, that's all I keep thinking of is, wow, I could pull the trailer for so cheap right now. And
that is cheap. That is so inexpensive for gas. That is crazy.
I think we spent about $1,000 in gas last year when we did the trip. When we drove from Michigan to California, we went to LA, and then we drove up to Washington and then back across to Michigan. I think when I figured it out, it was like $997 in gas.
And it just got more expensive as you headed out my way.
Yeah, so that would have cost us half. It would have cost us probably $400 to $500 to do that now, based on the price of gas.
That's crazy. I don't get
Isn't it?
I don't get the politic things. I know some of you guys are going to probably try to explain it to me into the comments, but like they're giving away the gas. Like, come on, people. Like, we should never let gas be expensive again. Like, just stop driving. You know, when I was working at the bike shop, though, and you have the big gas spikes, it does cause a handful of people to come in and park their cars and want to ride a bike.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, when it's high, it causes good things and bad things, because people travel less when it's too high because they can't go as far on as little. It costs so much more to go, like example, driving out to California. I could get out there for $400 or $500 right now, and last year it was $1,000. You look at how much of that money I could have spent on other things or at other small businesses, or would I travel? Now I could travel even more, so I could spend more money other places. So there's a lot that goes into it when it's high and when it's low. Yeah. I think when it's high, it stops a lot of touristy stuff, because even like for airplanes, it costs more to fly in an airplane. And then when it's low, more people want to travel, but that also causes a lot of people to be on the roads. And
right. And then I have a Jeep, so it eats gas. Oh, man. It eats gas like a competitive eater.
Right, hungry all the time.
It does. It is no lie on that. If you guys are gonna get a Jeep, you're gonna have high gas prices.
Yeah, and if I was worried about the price of gas, I'd own a Prius.
You
I guess
said
now
it
I could
way-
say a Tesla.
You said it way nicer than when I complained when I first got my Jeep. I was like, look, I got a Jeep. Look how rad this is. I'm like, wow, I just ate a tank of gas like nothing. And you were a lot more crass about the way you phrased that comment to me. So, but I get it. And I do want a Tesla. I just don't want to stop every little while for like 40 minutes.
It's getting better,
while
though.
it charges.
It's getting better, and you don't have to stop for the full 40 minutes. When my cousin drove his from Taylor, Michigan to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it mapped him out, so he didn't have to stop for a full 40 minutes. Like sometimes it was just a 15-minute stop. And realistically, when you stop to fill up gas and you take your potty break and you buy some things in the gas station, you're there for 10 to 15 minutes a lot of the time. So it kind of equals out.
And most people have the home chargers, and a lot of companies pay for your gas. I know, like a Rooster Teeth, they have a couple of stations there, and it's like you just charge it up for free.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it averages out. I think that Gus Sorolla guy averaged out 73 cents a gallon when he averaged out his stuff.
My cousin did one as well, where he like tried to figure it out, and basically to save money, if you have a car that gets more than 30 miles to the gallon in gas, you're about equivalent to driving a Tesla, I think is what he figured out based on his driving and his statistics. So he's like, so if you have a car that does 30 miles to the gallon or better, either way, you're kind of doing about, using about the same amount of energy and cost and things like that.
Holy
yeah,
cow.
I'll have to find that. He figured the whole thing out. I think he did a full video on it on his channel.
Maybe 23 at the most. I think I might get 23. If I'm on the freeway, it might jump up a few miles, but I think right around 23 highway and like 17 city.
Yeah. I get in my Jeep, I think I get 26 highway and then like 15 to 18 city driving.
That's crazy. That is really crazy.
It is crazy because I have a V8 compared to your Jeep.
I know it.
So like it is crazy that I get better gas mileage than you do.
I know. Every time I'm in the car with you, I'm like that Max L logo. Remember that back in the day when they turn on the speakers and the guy's face would blow back and his like wine would fall back into his hand and stuff like that. That's right? How I feel. Yeah. So speaking of blasting off, did you see the response in the Facebook group from the Hubble telescope birthday pics?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
how
what a home
fun.
run. What a home run on a topic that we're like, we should talk about one more thing, and you just like went for it.
I know, right?
Like, that was so awesome. People had the raddest pics, and they keep getting radder and radder and radder. Nothing was worse visually than my pic. Except for Camille said that pic was a black hole, so I win. And I'm like, okay, well, that actually made my day. Like, thank you, because I had no other way to save. It looked like Clerks. It was like the movie Clerks on my photo. It was just like nothing.
Right?
But everybody had the raddest pictures. I thought it was so awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool to see everybody posting it as well, like, and actually participating like that. And again, I like space, so that was really cool.
For someone that's afraid to go in, I guess I'm afraid to go to space too. But like, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really cool that everybody got involved. And holy cow, I want to see that. I want to see that like with my eyes. Like, I want to see all those lights.
Right? I don't know if it works like that, but maybe.
I don't think so. So, as I'm going through like some of these like little mini topic things here,
right?
I watched this movie called Colossal the other day. Hey kids, it's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Dan here, warning you that we didn't realize that we just spoiled Colossal and Onward. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers to watching these movies, then please skip about 10 minutes exactly forward into the podcast, and you should be safe and sound. Now back to your regular scheduled podcasting.
Oh yeah, you were complaining about that because you watched that and we watched Onward.
And here's the thing, like, I feel like I complain about movies a lot. But I love movies, but I feel like I'm complaining a lot. And I don't know what it is. Like, I don't think I'm a cinematographer or anything like that. I just get frustrated when you sell me something that is not what it is. Like, there was this movie called Downsizing with Matt Damon where he gets shrunk and like people need to shrink themselves down into like mini size and live in a mini world because there's like overinflation of people or something. That movie turned out to be nothing about that in the second act. It turned out to be nothing about that. And I was bamboozled, hornswoggled, and all those other words. So this time I was bamboozled by this movie called Colossal. And I don't remember this coming to the theaters. It's Anne Hathaway of Princess Diaries. I like her. And Devil Wears Prada. I like her. Right. And there was like Jason Sudeikis of, I don't know where he's popular from, married to Olivia Wilde. I don't know like what he's from. He's a comedian guy or whatever. You know, I like him just fine. I I don't compare myself to him like that, but I would compare him to a Dan. Like you know how like sometimes I tell you about how like I try to want to be an actor and then I try to like do mean face or I try to do an angry scene like, hey, you.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh, how cute. Like I can't do it. So
right.
He reminds me of that kind of person. He's always kind of smiley, kind of has a kind face and stuff. So let me just run down this movie real quick. It's Anne Hathaway, and she's an alcoholic. She goes back to her hometown where she finds what later is revealed as like her like high school crush. No, like elementary school, 4th grade playground crush or something. And right. I'm like, okay, where is this going? Then they meet up at the local bar that he now runs. And the next day she like wakes up all blacked out and we're like, well, what's going on here? Then it flashes to like Seoul, Korea, where this big like kaiju, like a Godzilla looking monster is smashing the street. So then spoiler free, but come on, I'm saving you guys 2 hours here. So then she realizes and puts 2 and 2 together that when she blacks out for those hours or whatever or what's going on, she turns into the monster.
Oh.
Yeah, which is weird, which later reveals that it only happens when she's standing on the childhood playground that they both stood on or whatever. It's really weird. It's really weird. So like 20 minutes in the movie, you get the reveal that she's the monster. And then she ends up hooking up with the bartender dudes, like the old like elementary school kids, like roommate or something like that. And that sets him off. And he's also a robot in this because, I don't know, they got struck by lightning on the playground while they were holding dolls in their hands.
Oh my gosh.
Right. I think this went to the theaters. Like, I think went to the theater. So then this Jason Sudeikis guy, like his character starts turning angry and evil, and it was so hard to buy, and it was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable to watch him yell at Anne Hathaway and not leave the room, and it was like it turned like Busey, and this is supposed to be like not Gary Busey, like, and it was so cringy and weird, and it was really hard to get through. And it started out charming, of like, oh look, like she's gonna be this monster, and it's a romantic love story, and it wasn't. It was like it was a half-baked domestic abuse, bad CG kaiju movie. That in the end, I don't even know what happened in the end. Like her monster swallowed him or something. I don't even know. But holy cow, that's colossal, everybody.
Wow.
That went through board members. That went through meetings. That went through pre-production. That went through post-production. That went through marketing.
Yep.
And oh my
Somebody thought it was good. Somebody said, this is great. Put it out there.
This is great. A domestic abuse kaiju movie is what we need. We need Godzilla, but we need a little bit more James Brown smack 'em up in there. Like, I don't know what the tagline is. That's the elevator pitch. Do you like Godzilla? Oh boy, do I. Backhanding? Who doesn't? Well, I got the rom-com for you. So yeah, that was colossal. But while I was watching that, you were watching Onward.
Yeah, we watched Onward finally. And I loved it, but I like Pixar movies. If you haven't seen it, it's probably going to make you cry. I warned Jamie at the beginning. I'm like, I've been told this movie's going to make us cry.
Oh, no. And did it deliver?
Yeah. I love the van. I want the van, even though it was animated. I want a van exactly like the van that was in Onward. It was so cool.
Was it like Mystery Machine-ish?
No, it's like a 70s van with a big unicorn painted on the side of it. So, like, the premise of the movie is basically there's, like, elves and manticores and all of these pixies and mythical creatures, and they, like, start the movie off where it's way back, in the day, and there's wizards, and wizards can have magic, and they're trying to, like, train new wizards on magic, and then somebody invents electricity. And everybody's like, ooh, look how easy this is. It's electricity. And over time, magic fades away because they make everything easier with electricity. And then it goes from like way back then to like modern day. And it's modern day like the way we live, but it's all elves and, centaurs and all these mythical creatures that are living in the world we live in. And the magic has faded away because nobody cared to learn it because it was too hard. So yeah, and then
so that sounds like there's a message in there about something.
Yeah, there's a couple messages in there. The kids in the movie, the main part of the movie, the 2 kids in the movie, they're elves, and their dad passed away when they were really young. And like, I'm not going to give away the movie, but basically, what happens is they find a letter. Oh, the youngest boy turns 16. So it's him and his older brother. The youngest boy turns 16, and their mom says, your dad said before he passed away, because he was really sick, that I was supposed to give this to you when you turned 16. And she gives them this. It was a gift for both of them, but they couldn't have it till the youngest kid turned 16, and it was a wizard's staff. And it had a note in it with a spell, and it said, I hope there's some magic left in you, and if you can cast this spell, what it does is it'll bring me back for one full day. Like, it doesn't bring him back from the dead, but basically brings back his spirit for one full day.
That's so
they
creepy.
Can actually... It was interesting, but that's as far in the movie that I'm going to tell you, because everything else after that was just amazing. I watched the whole thing. I did not touch my phone during the entire movie. Like sometimes you're watching a movie, you like pick up your phone because you're like, it's a good movie, but it's not. Yeah. I didn't touch my phone, man. I watched the whole movie and got all the way to the end of it, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was unsure how I was going to feel about it when I saw the previews for it, because I kept looking at the animation, and I was so thrown off by the way they made the creatures look. I couldn't tell what they were until they said they were elves, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, they kind of look like elves, but they don't look like standard elves. But I laughed. It did make me cry, but it was a really good movie. So if you're looking for a good movie to watch, you should try that one.
Who's in that? That's like Seth Rogen or Chris Pratt or Tom Holland, or it's I think it's all of them.
Yeah, there was quite a few voices I recognized in the movie. It was good. I like the van. I like the pixies, the motorcycle pixies.
The wand thing is crazy though. Would you use it if you had that wand right now? Could you use it?
Yeah.
Really? Who would you bring back?
Probably Ryan for one day. Why not?
A day?
Yeah, why not?
That's such a mind mess up. Like, that's such a mind F word. Like, then what? You'll be so psychologically messed up after that. Do you think so? When these people came back, did they come back in the form that you imagined them in, or did they come back all like afterlife form?
No, he kind of came back in like a spirit-ish form. Like, he looked like he did.
I don't know.
I would do it. Why not?
I mean, I guess I could bring my dad for a day, but he'd have to glow like the end of Star Wars.
Yeah.
He'd have to glow like an old Jedi. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like creeped out. And what do I say to him? Like what do I say?
I think part of this was the 16-year-old boy. His dad passed away right before he was born, so he never even got to meet him. So there was a lot of things like he just wanted to know who he was because he never actually got to meet him.
Awkward.
And that was like, that was part of it. Like, he had a list of things that he wanted to do. Like, here's the things I want to be able to do. I want to tell him, and I want to, he wanted to meet him. So
I don't know. I guess maybe I could if I give it a lot of thought, but like, I don't know if I want to deal with that.
But what if you never knew him? What if you never knew your dad?
Then that's even easier. Like, that's even easier. I didn't know my real dad for 30 years. I didn't know my real dad for 30 years.
That's true. It's true.
So I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I would bring back a loved one, or I'd bring back something that would like I could have fun with, that wouldn't like detrimentally cause me psychological issues after that.
Right. See, I don't think I would have psychological issues after that. I think it would be, I don't know. I think it would be nice. It would be really interesting to have that one day.
I think to give a non-funny answer, like, I would really have to think about it for a long time. I would really have to think about it. Wow. I didn't know that. That's a little bit heavy in that movie. That's a little heavy.
I said if you watch it, you will cry.
It would probably, yeah. But it's
you
easy.
will.
It is easy to. I tear up on like every movie. Like when we go to the movies with Blake and stuff like that. It's almost every movie I found a moment that I can relate to, or a moment that makes me tear up. Yep. So it's PG. Okay.
This movie would make you cry.
On the side here on the IMDb page, there's a big old ad for Tiger King.
Oh, God. That's funny.
Oh my gosh! Everybody at home, we went down this cameo rabbit hole the other day because Jess is like, I gotta make a cameo today. And I'm like, all right, about what? And you're like, oh, somebody wants to do a cameo, which was fascinating. And I'm like, let's go to the cameo webpage. And when we went to the cameo webpage, everybody from Tiger King, well, except for Joe Exotic, everybody from Tiger King has their own cameo now. Like, everybody, even the family, like even some of the family members that weren't even in it.
The daughter, Doc Antle's daughter.
Yes. So we went down to Tiger King. We went down this rabbit hole for like an hour at least.
Yeah, we did. An
hour. Kelsey, Jeff Lowe, James, the Honey Boo Boo looking guy on the jet ski.
Right.
John Finley and his new teeth, Doc Antle. And I was just, oh, look, there's more up there since we went there. Alan Glover is on there.
Gosh.
That's the dude that got paid to bump off, allegedly got paid to bump off.
Yep. Allegedly.
Carol's not on here.
No. Carol actually, I don't know if you saw that, but she posted the other day on social media that they are considering, even after COVID is whatever happens with COVID, that they may not open the park back up to guests ever.
No, she's under trouble. Like,
yeah, she posted a video on her YouTube page, and all it was showing all of the hate she's getting and the death threats, and like she played a bunch of the recordings that they've been getting on their voicemail about the people that are going to kill her, and like it's crazy how many people are reaching out and the crazy things they're saying.
That's got to be tough as a human being, whether she did it or not,
right?
Or deserves it or not. As a living being. I mean, look at how many times she's a punchline.
Yep.
That's gotta be hard. That has got to be hard.
I had the same thought. I'm like, whether or not you killed your husband or not, the people that are calling and saying these horrifying things should be arrested, because it's bad. They're talking about, coming and killing her and setting all of her tigers. How does that make anything right? That doesn't make anything right.
Right. And I hear reports that husband was just as sketchy. I heard that he wanted to leave his life and go run away to Costa Rica anyway. So it's like, I don't know. I'm sure she probably did it, but even me just saying that right now is hurtful because I don't know. But yeah, so right. That human, that's gotta be hard. That's gotta be hard to handle.
Yeah. I read that the other day, that they may not even reopen the park to visitors.
So what can we get? And what can we get for our pennies here on
gosh.
Cameo, on Cameo? Everybody looks like they've raised their price. Dylan was the new husband. His is $60. It was $50 last time, so he bumped it up 10.
Wow.
$80 for the jet ski dude, $100 for Alan, $70. And like, what do you want? Like, what am I trying to get? What am I trying to get here? Like, they're gonna wish me a happy birthday. Doc Antle's $250. He's the most. I can't believe he's doing it.
That's a lot of what, like, for our Cameo with Gone to the Snow Dogs, a lot of it is birthday wishes, or we've done like congratulations things for like people getting job promotions or graduations, things like that. Like, but that's mostly what it is.
We've had some. Yours. Guess who got promoted today? I can see it now.
We've had some where it's been like, people that just wanted us to say hi, or hey, we love your dogs, we want to surprise somebody with a video. So we've done quite a few different ones. I enjoy doing them. I like it. It's fun. It's a fun way to, people have been asking us for years to do these personalized shout outs, and there's never been a good way to do it, and I feel like Cameo is the perfect way.
I thought it was definitely charming when I finally dug deep, because you didn't volunteer this information, and I asked you, like, what do they want it for?
I don't even remember.
I believe it was a dad, you told me, that got it for the kid because it was her birthday and they couldn't go and celebrate or do anything. And somehow he dug
that's
you
what
up.
It was.
He dug you up and found this in order for you to give her a birthday message. And I think that is rad for the parent to be able to identify the zany thing that this kid is into.
Yes.
And go ahead and make it happen for them, regardless of what it is.
And I got the review from them, and they absolutely loved it, and their kid absolutely loved it. I did a cute one.
A few minutes.
I try to. Like, I don't want to give you just. I mean, we only charge $15 for a Cameo from Gone to the Snow Dogs, so it's like it's not much, but I try to do at least a minute, because I want people to get their money's worth, and what does it take for me to talk for a minute, you know?
And you're different than a lot of these people that are on here that are actors. You make 100 video clips a day. Like you throw out 90 of them. And so it's like, why not just leave the camera rolling for a minute and let it go?
Right.
We're pros at that at this point.
Right.
So I get it. I'm looking on. So good for you. Like, that made me happy when I heard the story behind it. It made me happy for the parent that took the time to identify what the kid was into and then made that happen. And so I'm looking on here. There's new people. There's Felicia Day. Oh, I love her. $80 for Felicia Day. Can she?
Holy cow!
Oh,
you could make her say whatever you want. She could do the intro to the podcast.
Ooh, Paula Deen. Do you remember when Paula Deen was trying to unload turkeys, and they threw the turkey and it hit her in the face?
Yes, I do.
Oh man, that was one of the first things that I ever seen where they like remixed it, like when the people slam their heads and they remix it. I hear the puppies in the background.
Yeah, she's playing with her sound-activated red ball.
I don't know if our podcast equipment will pick it up. Just like I don't know if it's picking up all the construction work happening. I am literally on the bed in the back corner on my netbook with my podcast equipment. I sent you a picture of it, Jess, in the corner just to try to like all the loudness. Oh my gosh, there's a lot more people. Lisa Lampanelli. Oh, she's so funny. There's so many people. Brad Williams. He looks familiar.
Maybe that should be the question of the week for the Facebook group. If you could get a cameo from anybody, and don't say Gone to the Snow Dogs.
Not us, not me, not you, not anybody in the crew outside of us.
Yeah, outside of us. If you could get a cameo, if money wasn't an object and you could get a cameo from anybody, tell us who you would get it from and what you would want them to say.
Or if you guys want to dig a little deeper, go to Cameo and pick who your favorite of the people doing it on Cameo is also. Like that would be fun as well.
Or if you've had one done already or had somebody send one to you, share it with us. I'd like to see what other people have gotten done.
Oh, there's all kinds of crazy people on Cameo. And the more people get, how do I get on Cameo? Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, he's still alive?
I think you can apply because you have social media and the podcast and stuff like that. I think you can apply to get on there.
Would I have to like spruce it up, or could I look pretty rough? Like, because a lot of these people look rough as heck. It's like, holy cow! Could you like spruce it up a little bit?
I think they're just trying to be real. If you hear breathing, it's because Kira decided to get in my lap.
Oh, I know that she's been trying to hop on your lap lately, more so than Memphis.
Yeah, she likes that. She sits in Jamie's lap almost every morning and watches out the window with him. They look for squirrel friend. So now she thinks she could just sit in anybody's lap. Oh, my notifications just went off. Oh my gosh, completely change of topic. Ready for this?
Yes.
My Alexa just went off with a notification. Should we ask her what we got delivered?
Oh, right. Yeah.
I wonder if she'll tell us. Alexa, volume 7.
You just made everybody's Alexa go off.
All right, well, I'm going to do it again. Alexa, what's my notification?
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. For Jessica, green screen has arrived.
Did you hear it?
Yes, where's it at, on your porch?
Yeah.
All right, yes, the green screen finally, after ages. Oh, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, me too. And it's here. I just barely heard the notification go off. I'm like, ooh,
holy
something
cow.
got delivered.
You guys just witnessed the birth of CC Mouse Podcast video form.
Oh my gosh, they did.
Yes, this is how it starts. We get the green screen,
happened.
Then we get the sugar, then we get the money. Yes, so that'll be cool. We'll set it up. We'll try to make it look all dialed in. And these very episodes that you hear now could very well be in video form soon.
Yes.
All right.
I'm excited. I have visions of like, I actually watched a few podcast videos and like I have ideas of what I think we should do, how other people that are actually sitting in the same room do it. Like, you know, with like, because we don't want a static camera. Like when we live stream, we do like that static camera angle where we're both together in one screen. I feel like when we're doing the video versions, we'll be able to make it fancy.
Oh boy.
Not fancy.
When you say we, you mean me.
I mean you, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. By we, I mean you.
Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. So that'll be coming down the pipe, even though we said that was going to happen at the beginning of the year. We're still figuring it out, but I am confident enough after spending about 7 or 8, no, at least 10 weeks straight doing the game show with the green screen that there's a lot of potential to be able to make it seem like we're not on the other side of the country. Right. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be really cool. Yeah, and it's fun to figure it out. Like look how odd it sounded in the very beginning of the podcast, and now it sounds like we're in the same room because we figured it out. So it'll be the same thing with the green screen. We'll figure it out, and then I don't know. We'll be able to finger touch without being in the same room. I can put my finger out, and you can put your finger out, and it'll be okay. Like
right. We'll still have social distancing.
Yes. Social media.
And the thing is too, the thing is too, like I've had a couple people ask me, yes, the podcast is still going to go up just like this on all of your favorite music apps as well. There will just, in addition to that, be all of this whole thing would be in a video version on our YouTube channel. So nothing's really changing. Like
I just ripped audio out of it.
Yeah, I mean it's changing because yes, we'll have a video version, but nothing's changing if you only listen to us audibly. What's that word?
Audibly.
If you what?
Audibly.
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 Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Say it 10 more times.
If you only listen to us with your ears and not your eyes, there we go.
How are we going to be good for your ears
You'll still be able
now?
to do that. Well, we still will be good for their ears.
Oh no! Here's
We'll
the
just
thing
be
that's
hard
gonna
on the
happen.
eyes.
I'm to do my cheap makeup and stuff. Right now, I'm literally
Right?
sitting crisscross applesauce on the edge of my uncomfortable bed with all this stuff around me. When I thought about what I was about to say, my left finger is literally in my nose. I have like a bite of Uncrustable left.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, yeah. So that's gonna have to stop. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But you know what? I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I do too. I mean, I do. I think it'll be it's going to be something new to learn. Yeah, I'm in my pajamas right now, and Kira's fighting to get in my lap. So you'll be able to see those things where she's like fighting to get in my lap.
It'll be a lot more like the live stream, but a little more focused, I think.
Right, exactly. Can I help you, puppy?
Oh my gosh,
Jeez,
Dan,
Pete.
get off of this Cameo page. $280 to have Lena Headey, Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones wish me something. Oh my gosh, the GoFundMe's need to start now. I loved her.
Right.
Oh no. Wow, some of these things are still expensive. Holy cow.
Yeah, some of them are.
So the other day, you and I were doing a live stream, and thanks to everybody that's been coming out to our YouTube live streams on Sundays. They've been happening at Sundays at 5, which I think we've nailed the time. I think that's been perfect.
5 Pacific, 8 Eastern.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have been showing up to it. It's been a lot of fun.
I've been enjoying that.
My hair was crazy this last week. You'll have to go check it out if you want to see my hair. I thought that was a lot of fun. So a couple of times ago, you were talking about Shane Dawson.
Oh, yeah. His new conspiracy theory video.
His new conspiracy theory videos about the water, about the champion outfits, about listening devices on your phone. So you made me grab the Dasani water and open it up to see if I could hear like the noises, and you made me look at the ingredients and stuff. So I went back and I watched his video.
Right.
Which I love it. It's Shane Glosson. So I wonder, like, because after he hung out with Jeffree Star, like he kind of glossed up his style a little bit as far as like that goes. So I wonder who came up with Shane Glosson, because I think that's genius. So I watch it. And I really, I do like his stuff. I really loved TanaCon. Was amazing. It's just what we needed during the TanaCon stuff. Like we needed to figure out what went on, and he exposed it. Him and Jake Paul. I thought that was great. The Chuck E. Cheese pizza. I loved the Chuck E. Cheese pizza thing. To this day, Blake and I were driving by a Chuck E. Cheese, and they're open for takeout only. But I know we're going on a tangent here. And Blake looked at me and said the exact same thing that everybody at home is thinking. Who the heck craves Chuck E. Cheese pizza? Like, I eat that because I'm forced to go there and for a birthday party and run around the ball pits and hanging out with the mouse and stuff like that. But like, is it really that great of pizza that you? Because I remember last time I had Chuck E. Cheese pizza, it almost felt like a glorified microwave pizza. Like nothing was like crispy or anything like that. So are people really craving Chuck E. Cheese's pizza?
I guess so.
Let me know, guys. We ask for a lot out of you. Let me know. I don't care. You don't have to post it in the group. You can DM me or whatever. Let me know if you, during this whole lockdown situation, have ordered Chuck E. Cheese's pizza as the pizza that you guys want to have. It is crazy. So he has three jumping around episodes. Which, how do you feel about that formatting? Crystal hates it.
I like it, but I like it because I feel like I get distracted. Not distracted. I get complacent easily. So if I'm watching something and it's not interesting enough, I will jump to something else. So I like the fact that it does that for me. And I was able, and I can follow along storylines like that. I guess it's probably not something everybody can do, but I can follow along storylines like that. So I actually like the fact that it kind of jumps around and leaves you hanging, and then it goes back to I like it. I do.
Yeah. So he's got the 3 stories, and I don't mind it. Obviously, like, I want to know more about the one, so when it switches to the other, I'm like, darn, go back, because for me, there's always one that's a whammy in there that I when I say that, and this is my preference, like, I'm like, I don't really care about this one story, but I care about these other 2 stories. So, so in this one, he had the champion logoed clothing store, and why can you go to a championship place and buy $100 sweatshirt and go to Walmart and get a sweatshirt? We'll call it the same sweatshirt. It's not, for $15. Then he had another story, which I was into that story because as somebody that worked at, I worked at a screen printing shop, and Crystal does now, for a lot of years. So I understand quality and stuff, and I understand how things work. I was into that one, even though I didn't really get on board with what he had to say on that. Then he had another one where he was talking about how you can take your earbuds and put your phone on listen mode and go put your phone anywhere and listen on anybody's conversations. And I'm like, that is nothing new. That is nothing that you can't do with a CB or any kind of like two-way anythings. Like, that is nothing to me. If you're going to leave your phone there unattended and you're going to put your earbuds in and go spy on what somebody's going to say about you, you got bigger problems. Like, that's...
Right.
That is not a conspiracy theory or anything like that. No marks against him. No problem. I still enjoyed it. I still had fun when they were putting it out there and trying to talk crap about all the other people in the house. What's his boo's name? Ryan? Yeah. So I thought that was
Ryland.
Ryland. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the water incident, which I don't know how I feel about that. And the premise is basically the Coca-Cola company, which when we were looking up chips and stuff like that around the world, the Coca-Cola company runs the world. They run the world on all liquids, whether it's sodas, soft drinks, colas, waters. The Coca-Cola company is everywhere worldwide. I think here we're not tied, but we have PepsiCo, but they don't run around the world like Coca-Cola does.
Right. So yeah, Coke is everywhere.
Yes, so Coke is everywhere. So the theory is that there's something in the water that when you break the cap, it goes kts, which if it's water, it shouldn't, in theory, and it gets all bubbly and fizzy. Which one of the things that I noticed is like when you open up a cap, it makes that popping sound of removing the safety cap off of it. Right. I wish they would have taken an X-Acto knife and cut around it, so when we opened it up, we could just hear it come off.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I didn't hear anything. When we opened up our water here and I had one, I didn't hear anything. I didn't see a bubble. It does not taste like magnetic metal to me. That's what Arrowhead tastes like to me.
Oh, see, I think Dasani has a metallic taste.
See, I didn't realize that. And I had one case of Dasani here that Crystal's moms gave us, and I had a bunch of other Stater Brothers water.
Right.
And I could not taste the difference between any of it. Nothing was alarming to me. Nothing was like, oh, I should be concerned about this. But Arrowhead, yes, I do not want Arrowhead. So I didn't notice that. I also didn't see anywhere on the other waters that said that it has salt in it.
Yeah, right. Some of them do. Some of them do not. I think most of them don't.
No, but I did see that there's other stuff in the water.
Yes, there is other stuff in the water.
Like, there's other stuff in the water. So the claims are, like, that they use just purified water, which, like, isn't that what it is anyway?
I guess the claims are, that they use, like, tap water they just purified through reverse osmosis. And I guess some bottled water companies actually use spring water. So I don't know. I didn't get to study enough bottled water on my own after watching it, like, because we haven't been really able to leave the house. But I wanted to, like, read some labels of other bottled water and see what their ingredients. I guess I could just Google it.
When I was looking at them when we were on the live stream, that they all the bottles that I had, because I think I had 3 different types of bottles, and they all pretty much had the exact same ingredients in them. And I don't like. I'm not a stickler of like whether it has to come from a glacier or whether, like I just need the water to be like in my mouth. Like you know. It's got to be better than the faucet water, which the governor of LA assured us that our faucet water was better than bottled water, but I tend to not agree with that statement no matter what. If it's going through pipes, it can't be the best. So I thought that was interesting and fun. I thought it was interesting to watch him open up all the bottles and stuff like that and try to sell, because he's always trying to sell it.
Yes, always.
Oh my gosh. And I don't know where he gets his inspiration from. It's part True Life from MTV. Remember MTV's True Life?
Yes, I do.
You know, the way it's edited and stuff, and the way he sells it and stuff. And I thought it was interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of feel like it's a non-issue for me.
I think most of it is a non-issue, but it was still interesting to see his take on it.
It's fun. I enjoy his stuff. I really enjoy his stuff. I really enjoy how he's been able to transition from old Shane Dawson to Shane Glosson's new stuff that he's been doing. Right. I thought that was a lot of fun. So he did that. Did you find anything on the water?
No. No, I didn't Google it.
So then his other conspiracy theory was the championship brand logo stuff, which I had some champion stuff growing up. I remember having like some sweatshirts and stuff just with a little logo on it and stuff. But his beef was that why are they selling $17 sweatshirts at Walmart and then $100 sweatshirts at the Champion store? And it's easy. You know, I have a Jeep Renegade. And you have a Jeep Grand Cherokee or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever controversial name that you have for your Jeep. Like, there's different models and there's different styles and there's different. Even within the same Jeep, you can get your Jeep starts at what? Like, let's say your Jeep starts at 24 all the way up to 50, depending on what you want. In it.
Yeah, you can get a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo or a limited or a special edition or a Trailhawk or a Trackhawk or a 1941 edition or yeah. There's all different levels
and you
of
could
it.
see the quality when he busted them out. You could see the quality, and you can tell that, like, after being in the t-shirt industry and shirt industry, you can tell that one was like a 16-ounce cotton and one was like an 8-ounce cotton. Like, it's that's just how it goes. Like, you have to, and good for Champion to try to make themselves not just be something like in a regular store. Like they want to make themselves stand out. They want to make a brand for them. They want to make the money. So I get that one. So I felt like that was not an issue really for somebody that's been in the t-shirt industry or anybody that has anything. You know, you can go to McDonald's and get a double cheeseburger for more than a gallon of gas in Michigan, but then if you're gonna pay $5 for a Big Mac, like that's just how it goes.
Well, I mean, it's even the same thing, like even stuff we sell on the Teespring store. You can buy, you know, the Teespring brand shirts, or you can buy the Tri-Blend, you know, so you're going to get the same logo on both shirts, but they're different.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
they're made differently.
And my gosh, if you guys are starting merch, make sure you get that Tri-Blends. Everybody wants the Tri-Blends. I don't even wear like anything that's not Tri-Blend anymore. It feels so good. Those soft shirts are so nice.
Right.
Yeah, so I had fun watching that, and then the other one, obviously, about the listening device, I don't even care to talk about. Like, it's just dumb. That's not.
I can do that with my Alexa. I can drop in on other rooms, or I can drop in on people, and it doesn't even, like, it lights up, but it doesn't really give any notification.
That's crazy. Don't run your mouth, people.
Yeah.
Privacy, but you know, like I've been saying for years and years and years. I know we disagree on this. Privacy is over.
Yeah. Yeah, sadly it is.
Privacy is over. Like, learn that privacy is not over, and learn that, you know what? Nobody cares about your stuff. Nobody cares about your stuff.
I had I should find that TikTok and send it to you. In one of the YouTube groups that I'm in, somebody made a big post with an article about TikTok, and it was about how, you know, TikTok is a China-owned company, and they have access to all of this information on your phone when you load TikTok, and it's so dangerous, and blah 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 blah. This guy made a TikTok video where he talked about it, and he was like, I don't care if you look at pictures of my dog. I don't care if you want to read my texts. You're just going to find the best meme thread that you've ever found ever in your life ever. Like, and he just kind of goes on and he's like, so what? Look at my stuff. I don't care. What are you going to get from it? And it just made me laugh, because there are people out there that will not install TikTok and are terrified of it because it's a Chinese-owned company, I guess. I don't know that it still is, but I guess at one point it was. I don't even know. But they're scared of it because of that. And I'm like, well, I mean, I get it. I do get it. But what do you have on your phone that you don't want people to find out about? Like, I don't really care if somebody's looking through the photos on my phone. You're just going to see pictures of my dogs.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. And it's been that way for a lot of years, where it's like, I don't mind. And people have respectively different opinions on it. And I get it. And I know it all has to do with just like how we're all unique, how your upbringing, what you like.
I don't want people to look at my stuff. I don't want that to be a thing. But realistically, like when it comes to a lot of those apps, they ask for all that permission anyway. It doesn't mean they're actually looking at your stuff.
So I was never that. Like I said, when I watched that movie 1984 not too long ago, I thought it was rad. I was like, holy cow, cameras everywhere that's watching you all the time. Man, like and subscribe, please. You know, or Crystal watches a lot of murder stuff, and then you'll see the person go to the gas station to get gas, and then walking up a street before they go to the deli, and like those cameras that are outside, because, you know, they're finding cameras. So I live close to a corner house, and there's an intersection, like right outside the window. I'm looking at the window right at it right now. Lots of car accidents that happen there. Twice I've had a cop come to our door, and the law enforcement person's like, hey, do you by chance have a camera in your backyard? Do you have a camera facing the corner or anything like that? And part of me is like, man, I should just have a camera facing that way and put a sign up at the corner that'd be like, crash your car on this corner. I've got the footage.
Right.
I mean, how many times
need this for your insurance company? I gotcha.
You know, there's been plenty of times where I've gone to the YouTube live page and I'll scroll around, and there'll be like, I don't know, in like Massachusetts or something, there's gonna be like a small like boulevard area, and there's a camera there, and I'll watch it all the time for hours, and I'll just watch traffic go by. And one day I turned it on, and they were having a flea market. They were having a farmer's market there, and I thought it was really cool to watch in on that. But that camera's on 24/7. Like, you can't get away with anything on that corner.
Right? People will know.
So I think stuff like that's cool. So having people listening in on your stuff or this or that, just like, you know, make sure it's good quality audio.
Right?
Make sure you tag me in it.
Right.
But I am one of those people where I have said it, and it's unpopular. Privacy's over.
Yeah.
It's
a sad reality.
One of my, we'll call it dreams, as somebody who, I started as a live streamer. That's my roots. I was a live streamer first before I made any canned videos at all. I always was I always dreamed of the house where I live stream 24/7. I'd have cameras in every room. It would be on 24/7. Okay, maybe like I could sleep in the bedroom, or I could go take a shower or whatever. You guys don't need to come with me into the shower.
Right.
It would be funny. Like, let's take out the naked aspect of it. Like, it would be funny. Like, I'm always spitting water and I'm always messing around in the shower or whatever. Like, but like, right. I always thought of a 24-hour a day live stream of just watching my house forever. I always thought that would be something super cool and rad. I don't think I was able to really get anybody else on board with it, but I always thought that would be cool. Like, just, it's almost like a terrarium where you would just go and you would just watch me live my life.
That's exactly what it would be like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would be very interesting.
Sometimes it would be mundane. Sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes you'd catch me pick on my butt. Sometimes, we would cook together. I always thought that would be something that I would really enjoy. I would only do it if I was like by myself. Like if there's ever a time where like I would have to live by myself or something, then I would definitely have a probably 24-hour a day live cam. You know what it also did too? It also made me feel not alone.
Right. Well, because you weren't.
I wasn't. Even that whole time that I live streamed back in the day, it felt good. I don't know.
Right.
So I enjoyed it. So
you knew there was people there. There's people, and they're there.
Could you handle doing a 24-hour live stream?
No, I don't know. I guess it would depend. Depend on the situation.
Do you
like
want
every
people
day?
Watching you?
Probably not every day. I mean, people watch us now.
That's true, but the people watch what you want them to watch.
Right. My life's not that much different, even when like I said, my language just gets more colorful.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, but other than that, it's not that much different.
So let us know if you guys watch the Shane Dawson stuff, what you think about it. I think it's fun. And he's trying hard because him and Ryland, they do it all themselves. Yeah. They edit it, they get it all going, and he's trying to get the hype. So, it is what it is. It's a little cheesy. You guys might not agree with all the stuff he's saying, but it's fun.
It is fun, yeah. And it's different. It's nobody else is really doing it like that.
A lot of people say it's damaging though to the companies and this and that because of so many millions of people that follow it, but educate yourself.
I don't think there's a whole bunch of people that now aren't going to buy Dasani. I still bought Dasani water. I mean, I don't think there's a whole bunch of people that now aren't going to buy it because of that.
No,
not enough people to have an impact.
Remember drinking out of the hose and how metal that tasted back in the day?
Yeah,
you'd be playing on the front
lead
yard,
in it.
right? You'd be rolling around on the grass. You're all itchy. You go to the hose. You just chug and chug and chug and chug and chug and chug and chug from the hose, and it tasted like metal. And then that's just what you did.
Now they make hoses that don't have lead. Like they actually advertise that too, that these hoses are drinkable, drinking safe garden hoses and stuff like that.
It's probably a smart thing. I mean, you saw how much green like metal stuff I drank out of the water when they connected those two lines together. Holy cow. I'm like 2 pounds heavier because I have so much lead in me. And once you drink that metal, it doesn't come out of your body. It just stays in there forever.
Forever.
Speaking of forever, a 93-year-old woman got a massive Coors Light delivery after a viral plea for more beer. Oh my gosh.
I loved this so much. I don't know why, but
you sent me this.
Yeah, I know, because I loved it.
So 93-year-old young Olive. And it's weird. Like, you can almost guess people's age depending on their names.
Right.
Like, there's just so many names that just don't get used that were from back in the day. And apparently Olive's one of them.
Yeah, that's not a very common name.
Yeah, so Olive now has 150 ice-cold beers, well, depending on where she put them. And she doesn't have to pass them around to anybody. So apparently this lady posted a little picture of her like out her glass door with an empty Coors Light and a little sign that says, "I need more beer." And first of all, I love her for loving beer because like my grandma, she was super old, but she would drink brandy, but I would never see her like consume beer. This lady's got a beer like she's like cracks beers all day long.
Right.
And she's in her house. So the Coors Light company saw this picture and sent her 10 cases of beer. Ooh, girl, you need to reroute one of these to Lancaster. So this lady from Pennsylvania now has 150 beers at her disposal.
I think they're gone already?
30, 60, 90, close to go.
I love that she's like, I'm not worried about toilet paper. Bring me more beer.
Bring me more beer. I thought it was cute. Yeah, so they delivered her 10 cases of beer. She went out into the front yard and cracked one before they got inside.
That's so great.
Yes. So I thought that was a really funny article that you sent me. This lady was super concerned about beer, and Coors Light, they're sitting around doing nothing right now. Took advantage of this.
Well, I love that happened. I love that the photo went viral. I just feel like it's one of those, I don't know, like what everybody needs right now. The little funny feel-good stories of like this woman alone in her house and just wants more beer. More beer, please. Yep. Can I get some more?
I thought that was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So I didn't notice that, like, I've been seeing ads for beer where you can have it delivered to your house. And I've seen it from Coors. Coors are like, get beer delivered now. And I'm like, whoa, what is this? And I'll click on it. And it kind of reroutes you through, is it Instacart or Shopper? One of those two that you're allowed to bring beer with. So they're really trying to link up to make sure that alcohol consumption levels. And I thought they were banning alcohol. Isn't there places that we're supposed to be banning, like, alcohol until this is all over? Which seems to be opposite of what I would do.
I don't know. I think some places were doing that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's opposite. I'd be pushing it with coupons. I'd be like, here, let me let you forget for a little bit, people.
Right.
So all of you, if you're out there, hit me up because I need a sixer. I do need a sixer.
She doesn't look like somebody that's going to be too willing to share, though.
How to brew beer in your Instapot. What do you think about that?
I don't really like beer. It's sour beer that it's teaching you how to make in the recipe that I found. And when I saw it, the first thing I thought was, I would try it. I would totally try it. I should try it.
Mm-hmm. You should. Sour beer
says you can make it in less than 24 hours. You can make sour beer.
Instapot. It's voodoo.
In the Instapot, right?
It's voodoo. You might use.
What if it's good though?
It could be good. It could.
I know.
We won't know until you try it. But I don't think out of all the years that we've hung out and drank, I've never seen you with the beer.
That's not true. VidCon.
Would you have at VidCon?
Yeah, the dragon's milk.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. The dragon's milk. That's different.
Ha-ha.
That's different. You're right. Otherwise, it's usually Fireball.
Right.
Which you can't make in your Instapot that I know of.
No, I don't know.
You might be able to. You might be able to do anything with that Instapot. You might be able to bring somebody back to life for a day in that thing.
Maybe. Using the Fireball. Yep.
Yes. So I don't know. I think it's cool if you have yeast and you have all these other ingredients here. I think you should try to make it. Will Jamie drink? Oh yeah, Jamie will drink a beer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he would.
Oh,
it makes me wonder if I should try it now, and then I could like do porch delivery and go drop some off at Eric's house, because Eric's the one, like my buddy Eric and then my buddy Mike do like drive around and do porch delivery. Look what I made. Tell me if it's any good.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I might have to try it. It was interesting. I thought it would be a fun video. I'm like, that would just be funny.
You can make a porch delivery out here. You have nothing. Well, you have stuff to do, but for the argument of this bit, you have nothing to do. We're stuck inside. Come over. Come over. By the time you get here, maybe it'll be lifted.
Right? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, you can bring some to Olive. She'll take. Yeah,
she would appreciate it.
Yeah, maybe we should send her that recipe. We need to hook her up with Shirley, the Skyrim grandma.
Oh, right.
What's up with me and the grannies lately?
I don't know.
Wow,
I don't know.
I'm coming for you. Don't die till I get there. I'm coming for you, girls. Golden girls, literally.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh.
I know you probably won't make it, but I think that would be awesome if you did.
And I saved it just in case. Like it's there. It might happen.
So before we get out of here, it's just some programming news. If you guys want to see us live, we'll be live this Sunday. You'll be home this Sunday, right? Yeah. We'll be live this Sunday on youtube.com/ccmousePodcast. If you guys want to be a part of that, it's been a lot of fun. If you guys have topics, I've been setting up topic threads in the Facebook group, the CC Mouse Podcast Facebook group, so you guys can throw out some topics out there. Try to make something fun and interesting. Maybe a little less COVID talk and a little bit less of what we're gonna do after this, and more of just like, I don't know, help us find interesting stuff. We have a great time. We do have a great time, but yeah, throw a story in there. We'll talk about it. We've been having a lot of fun, so join us there.
Yeah, we went for 3 hours this past Sunday?
Yeah, and like I said, I can keep going forever. I'm the Energizer bunny rabbit of live streaming.
Right.
So yeah, we did go for 3 hours, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It helps us too. It's like our entertainment. I think the last time you said you were invigorated.
Yeah. It is. It's like, it just, I don't know. It takes away from everything that's going on and reminds me of things that I, that I can control. Yeah, that makes sense.
And hanging out with you is always fun. Like even right now doing this, like my tail's wagging. I'm pretty happy.
Yes. You're like, this is so fun. It's just, even like last night being on that house party app with our friends, like that was so nice. Like
that's right. It was
just nice to talk.
We had a little happy hour.
Yeah. Yep.
With the squad, and I thought that was so fun.
Yeah, that was. It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, yeah. Just to be able to feel normal again and hang out with your friends, I mean, and most of the time we hang out via conference call or via Skype or something like that anyway.
Right.
So it felt right at home. It felt right at home. So I did like that. So try that, guys. There's this house party app, and it's just like Skype or anything else, but you can play some games on it. You can do fun stuff, and everybody's doing it, and you can have a lot of people on the video chat at once. And
yeah,
I recommend doing that to stay close to your family. And like I said before, like Camille, her family do like a music night where they all play an instrument. That is so cool. You guys could do board game nights. I know all you guys have Monopoly.
Right.
I'm sure all you guys have Sorry. I do like that game.
It is a fun game.
That's fun. I do like that game. I like Boggle too, so I can push down that middle thing that goes clock and the dice can go flopping around. People either love or hate that little clocker thing. The clonk. I like it. And I like the noise that it makes. All right. Anyway, let's get out of here, Jess. let's get out of here and get on with our day, okay?
I guess.
All right. That'll do it for this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. Listen to us every Wednesday on your favorite music app. Interact with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon at CC Mouse Podcast. Our merch is flying off the shelves. I would say get on my supplies last, but according to Teespring, there's an unlimited supply of merch at ccmousepodcast.shop. So we see you guys next week. Same mouse time, same mouse podcast. Bye.
Bye. We did a thing, and now I get to go outside and get the box that has the green screen in it and open it up and see what that's all about.
Picks. Please, picks. I cannot wait. I'm super excited for it.